How you guys doing on this wonderful Friday? So I'll be showing you guys how to patch things into L8 and how I'm going to do into Chamsys. So my workflow between the both of them. So right now this is an MVR I just imported of this project that I have coming up, and we're going to run everything pretty much in high channel mode. So we have the stage which has the Storm 2 beam washes. We have a line of PXL 16s. We have, these were R1B washes. I just swapped them out to MK2 washes because the VJ wants some pixel control between Resolume and lighting. We're going to do a merge. So I decided to upgrade them to MK2 washes. So we actually have 12 pixels per fixture to control rather than the R1B washes. It's just one single pixel. Now let's start the patch process. Now I'm going to open up Chamsys. Here, let me just bring it in here. Let me know if you see that. Yeah, I think you see that. All right, perfect. Now I just went to a new show. New show is go to setup, new show. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's try that again. New show, yes. You're gonna make it into, I usually just do live chase mode. That's just my workflow. Now we're gonna go to patch. We're gonna start patching the head. So we're gonna go to choose head, type in Chavette Pro. We're gonna need Mavericks. So we're gonna start with Mavericks. We can start with MK2 washes. So we're going to do it in standard mode, 68 channel, which is right here. Now we have a total of 20 of them, 5 per column. We have 4 columns, so we're going to just type in 20. No. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, let's say, 101 color. I like to make a color tag. If you tap in this line, I'll give you the options for whatever is possible in whatever you have selected. So I'm going to make these red. Now, address, I'm going to just make it 0 for now, because I'm going to come back to that soon. So you just type in the number 0, enter, unpatches. Next, we're going to go to choose head, Chavette, Maverick. We need Storm 2 beam wash. So it should be somewhere over here. Storm 1, Storm 2, right here. Now, these I'm also going to use in standard mode, so I have pretty much RGB per pixel. It's going to be 143 channel right here, single standard. Patch, I think I have a total of 16 of them throughout the stage. So we're going to hit 16, enter. Same process. We're going to go here, make this 201, enter. We're going to make this the next available color, which is, I believe, green. Over here, we're going to type in 0, enter. So now we have it unpatched. What else do we have? We have Portman's P1 Mini, Portman, enter, P1 Mini LED. We're going to put it into 50. I believe works fine with me. Patch it. We have 2 of them. Done. We're going to go here, color, tag, blue. And then we're going to make this, let's say 301, 301, enter. This we're going to make 0, enter. Perfect. And then we have a front wash as well, which is going to be a Chavette, Maverick, MK, it's actually a Force S spot, which should be somewhere right about here. Perfect. And we're going to use it in advanced mode. Patch it. And we have a total, I believe, of 12. 2 hangs of 6. 12. And we're going to go into Force a spot. Tag. We're going to make it the next available, which is cyan. Over here, we're going to type in, let's say, 501. DMX will make 0. Perfect. Now let's start with the patching process. So for MK2 washes, I'm going to try to link towers 1 and 4 together with the P1 minis if possible. So I believe we could get 5 no problem on a universe. So we're going to type in 1.1. Perfect. And we're going to make this second one a second universe, 2.1. And then, actually, I just want to see what's the next available address on 1.1. 1.1, 341. 2.1, 341. So we're going to go here, P1 mini. 1.341, and then we're going to do 4.341. 4.341, because I know that's where I want it to be at. MK2 wash. Okay, 3.1, and then we're going to have 4.1. 4.1. Perfect. Storm 2 beam washes. This is going to be 143 channels, so you probably can only get 3 per universe. I'm just going to test that. So 5.1. See, you went to the next universe. Perfect. We're just going to type in 6.1 and see where we land. 6.1. So the last one's going to be in a single universe. Let me see the layout of how they are laid out so we can see what the best way to go about it. So we have 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so we're going to make this across 6 universes. So fixtures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on 1. Perfect. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 is good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be, let's just make the 0 for now so it doesn't conflict. We're going to make this 8.1. So there, in the center, there's two sections. There's 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. So those I'm going to make on separate universes. So just for easy cabling, you know, we don't have to worry about it. 9.1 and then 10.1. So essentially what we did here was we made this one universe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's kind of when you're patching these things, you just have to think about the crew setting up, like just to make your life as easy as possible. And especially a lot of times where I help out as well and make my life easier. Okay, one fixture I forgot to patch, which I knew I forgot to patch because that's why I left 401s open, is the Chevette Pro Colorado PXL16. PXL16 is right over here. And we're going to use these in, I believe, 84 channel mode so we can have full pixel control, which is standard as well. Patch it, I believe I have, I forget how many fixtures. Let me just check that quickly. Let's go here. It says 39, but that's not accurate. So we probably have 13. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's 26 panels, which is 13 meters, and each fixture is a meter, so it's 13 fixtures total. So we're going to hit 13, enter. We're going to go here, type in 401. Tag next available, which is magenta. Over here we'll type in 0. And where did we leave off on the addressing? I believe at universe 10, so we have 11 open. So let's start with 11.1 and see where we land. So we can get on 6 per universe, so we're gonna have one oddball. So I'll divide that 13, 4, I'll make that 1. I'll make this 12.1. So we'll make 4, 5, and 4. So just, I like things symmetrical. What can I say? 13.1. Yes. So we're going to make 11 first 4, 12 the next 4, 12 the next 5, and then 13 the last 4. So that's going to be good. And then the last thing we have, those we addressed, forces. So forces, what universe did we have last? I believe was 13. So we have 14 open. So we're going to go to forces. Let's see if we get these all in one universe. 14.1. Yes. All these go on one universe. That's perfect. So we'll send one universe. Those are going to go on the air wall on the ceiling. If you see over here, it's going to be my front wash. These guys right over here. So we have 6 and 6. The client specifically requested not to run anything wireless, even though these fixtures have wireless, it would be super convenient. But he said there's a lot of audio, a lot of channels. He wants me to wire everything, which I'm fine with. Okay, so now we have our patch in Chamsys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start patching it into L8. So we're going to start with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DMX input, this will be 1.1. So when I select this, usually it's on whatever it is. I assign all my universe. I always use streaming ACN. So if it's on a different universe, for example, just do streaming ACN, 1, 2, 3, etc. If you want to change this one to ArtNet, let's say, you just go to ArtNet, make this ArtNet 0, and that's how you just change it. And once you hit apply in the bottom left, it will update that. So right now I need streaming ACN 1, which is good. Now I have 5 fixtures selected. If you look in the bottom here, the pitch, which technically means offset. So it says 68, which is 68 channel mode, which means the next fixture will automatically get to 69. Now, if let's say I want all those 5 fixtures to go on one channel, so I can just take away the offset to 0. Now you see it's red, that means there's overlapping fixtures. So I want this to be 68 because one after the next, and we'll hit apply. Now if I hit DMX over here, you'll see it'll show me exactly what the addresses are. So I can see that's good, 169, 137, etc. And we'll do the same thing over here. So we'll go here, select these 5, DMX input, we'll hit universe 2, done. And then usually I patch everything in Vectorworks and I import it, but I just wanted to make this video, so I'm showing you the patching process in L8. DMX input, universe 3, apply, universe 4, and I can even select that, but it gets a little tricky when you select this fixture here. So what I do is I select the last fixture, which is 273, then I select this fixture, DMX input, so this way it has an offset. And now you'll see, if you scroll down, the portman starting at 341 where we addressed it, which is going on universe 4 and then universe 1. So we'll take the last one, DMX input, let's go to universe 1, I believe that is. Perfect. Now, I have to Oh, I have to check the modes on the P1s. So right now they're on 49 channel mode. I believe we patched them on 50 channel mode. So let me just double check that. How can I check? View channels, scroll down. What's the name of the mode? That's what I need. Standard fine. So choose head, Portman, P1 mini, LED, standard fine is 50 channels. So right now they're patching LA as 49 channels, which is fine with me. So I'm just going to select these two. Right now I have the 49 channels selected in my patch. I hit morph head. Yes, done. Now it just swapped it to 49 channel mode, which is Portman. Looks like it's the same name. I don't know why, but whatever. That's okay with me. Okay, next, let's move on to the stage. So right now we're doing the Storm 2 beam washes. So if we go here, we have universes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to start with 5. So 1, 2, 3. DMX input, we'll go to universe 5, apply. So 143 channel offset, because that's the mode I chose. If you see on the side here, it says 143 channels. Once you patch it, you'll see also the number come up next to the fixture. If I would import the MBR with the channel numbers on there, it would come up on the side here as well. As you can see here, this is the channel number for this fixture, which is not in order because the MBR wasn't updated. I just imported a messy fixture MBR. Okay, this is universe 6, DMX input 6, apply. This was universe 7. Just by the way, what I'm doing is I'm selecting one and then I'm right clicking to select another. DMX input, the next one available is 7, and then we have 8. DMX input 8. Then we have 9. DMX input 9. From what it seems, I'm going to need 2 8-port nodes for this job. And then we have universe 10 over here. DMX input 10. Apply. Perfect. Next, we have our PXL16s on the stage. I believe those we started at 11, 12, and 13. Yep, 11, 12, and 13. So it was 4, 5, and 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. DMX starting at 11. Apply. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 12. Apply. And then we have universe 13. Let's get that going. Perfect. All right, so now we have pretty much everything patched. Let's check the spots for front wash. I believe they are in 29 channel mode. Perfect. This was universe 14, I believe. Select it. I'm just selecting it in order because I don't know how it was imported in the fixture list. You can see this little like white flash going through, so that's the order. So if I, let's say, double click all of them, you'll see that white flash go through. It's not in order. You can see the white flash is going out of sequence. So just select it manually by right clicking. Now we hit DMX input. Universe 14, I believe, was the available one. Let's just double check that. Force S spot was at 14. Perfect. All right, looks like we have everything patched now. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit save and close. Before I do that, actually, I'm gonna go into my room section. I'm gonna shut the LED wall off so it'll be easier to see the lights. So I'm gonna select one panel, hit position, which is gonna select everything in that layer. These layers came in from Vectorworks, go back to object, material, back to 0. Now I'm just gonna take out everything. Perfect, I wanna do the same thing with the IMAGs. IMAGs originally weren't in the LED layer, but I split it, so I have this little selecting shortcut between the IMAGs. So I'm going to go back to object, material, 0, 0, and 0. Perfect. Same thing here. Select position, back to object, material. Okay, perfect. All right, now I'm going to hit save and exit. It should be a dark room because everything is patched. For some reasons, my P1s are on, and I have no idea why. We'll figure that out in a minute, I guess. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to bring in Chamsys again. Let's make the screen smaller so we can get it both on one screen. I'm going to hit layer 1. Let's say, our MK2 watches, hit locate. So those are all working. Let's just make sure. Red, perfect. Clear, Storm 2 beam washes, locate. Looks like they're all working. Let's just tighten up the beam a little bit so we can see that they're working. Perfect. It looks like I have all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Perfect. Let's just change some colors. Let's make that red. Perfect. Clear. Now we're going to type, those are sequences for the ring, and then there's the pixels. So they patch it in as 3 different things. There's the main group, ring group, and pixels group. Okay, P1 mini, locate, red. Let me see. Looks like I have some sort of control. I don't know what exactly is going on. If I turn the dimmer off, Okay, I see what's going on. So I have to adjust the defaults of this head. So I'm going to show you how to do that quickly. I'm going to go to P1 Mini, select those two, Shift, Edit Current Head. Under Channels, I believe it is, Dimmer, Fine, so Dimmer. Okay, I have to find the dimmer for the, let me see if it's over here. Okay, so each section has its own dimmer in it. I'm looking for a master dimmer for strobe main. I'm just gonna make this full screen so it's easier to see. View channels, perfect. So dimmer, fine. I don't know what I just did. Let me just, view channels. This used to say white, so I'm just gonna fix that quickly. Enter. Okay, dimmer, fine. So dimmer at default at 0. White is at 255 at default. I'm just gonna make that at 0. I think that's what's gonna make it. Okay, save as. No, I'm not gonna save as. I'm just gonna save head. So I'm just gonna overwrite it. I think that should fix it. Well, let's give it a shot. So right now we see they're off. We go to P1 Mini. Where did we patch that? Where the fuck is it? View heads. Aha, patch. Did I delete them out of my patch somehow? Let's give it a shot again. Choose head. I don't know what just happened. P1 Mini. I believe we had 49 channels. Patch it to enter. And then we'll go to P1 Mini. 1 at 341. 4.341, I believe it was. Enter. Okay. Now we go to Shift, Edit, Error. Let's just edit that to default at 0. Okay, and they're still on. So that means there's no dimmer overriding these guys here. Okay, I see what's going on. So let's make this back to 255 because I'm not even sure which attribute that does. And then dimmer for these guys, dimmer, white. Huh. Let's go to P1 Mini, red, green, blue, white. Wait, that's strange. Blue is full, green is full, red is full, and white is full. Okay, so the colors are at default on, which essentially, if I make this red, let's say, if I have a master dimmer and I bring it down to 0, it doesn't control that. Now, if I go to the intensity page, I should have a second dimmer here somewhere. Let me see if they have a 50 channel mode. I think that one they fixed. I remember I put on the bug tracker years ago, right when we got these fixtures. I'm gonna go to fixed. Do they have a 50 channel mode? P1 Mini, 42 channel, 50 channel, perfect. Could be they fixed this one. So I'm gonna go here, save and exit. I'm gonna go back to here, patch. We're gonna go to choose head. Yes. Portman, P1 Mini, and we're going to take the 50 channel mode here. We're going to hit morph head, so it's just going to morph them. We have to clear the program before morphing, so let's select them again, hit morph head. They're still selected in the patch. Perfect. Now, if we clear out, looks like we still have the same issue over here because the intensity is at 0, and I'm still getting output on these. So I could make the color defaults to 0, but that would suck. I wouldn't want to program like that. I'm going to try one more thing. If it doesn't work, then we'll move on. Shift, edit current. All right, let's see. The dimmer, okay, default. Dimmer, fine. Okay, red, green, blue, white. Okay, dimmer glow, there we go. Dimmer glow should be controlling the dimmer of the glow, but it's at default at 0, so which means it should be at 0. Strobe glow, strobe main. Okay, I have this L8 fixture profile that I think I made custom on my previous computer. I just have to import the profile. For now, let's just fuck it. So let's just go back out of here. So now let's just test our spots. We can test our spots. Oh, PXL16, we need either test. There we go. Let's just tap on a beam palette, zoom. It has 2 zooms and it works proper in the visualizer. So narrow, I think they're both at narrow right now. Okay, let's tilt it down a bit to make sure everything works fine. Okay, let's make it blue. Perfect. Beam washes, locate, beam. Let's make it narrow. Let's make it blue as well. Let's tilt it down a bit. You can see the ring works fine as well. If we go to view elements, you can see it's actually built out here. So if you look here, let's select view elements. So this is just the ring. So let's change the ring back to white, let's say. So you see, I have individual control of the ring and the pixels in the viz, which is really cool. And I could also do chases as well. So for example, I'm just going to do a very simple process of this kind of thing. So I'm going to take the whole fixture, just make a black palette. So I'm going to do color chase because I didn't patch VDIMs in here, so it's easier to do it this way. I'm just going to scroll down in the color palette, just do here set, and we'll name this black. Enter. Okay, now let's go back to, let's say, blue. Now I want to make this ring white, and I want to do a chase on the ring, let's say. So I'm going to go to ring white. Perfect. And now I'm going to select the ring, hit add effects, color flick, and I'm going to make the color flick black. Include elements. You'll see now it's doing a chase. I want it to go within each other. I don't know how many pixels are in the ring. It's actually an easy way for me to know. So I'm going to go to layer 1, select this, view elements. I see 6 per side. So there's 12 elements. I'm going to go back to programmer, make it parts of 12. So now each ring is going to do its own thing. Let's make the speed, let's say 0.5. Let's turn on the crossfade so it's a little bit smoother though. That's perfect. Let's make the width of the black a little bit bigger, so it's going to be more. Let's turn it all the way up. Now let's make it 0.25, let's say. Now you can see the ring is doing a chase in the viz. I want to change the direction. We can change it to something like random, so it just does like a really nice pixely effect. We can change it to something, let's say like left, right. So you'll see left, right. What else can we do? It also depends on the order of how, I'm assuming there's a specific order how it was selected, because these are default palettes. I didn't make them, so I don't know exactly how they are made. Center in, so it's working center in with the whole layout, I believe. Yeah, it looks like those are going this way and the other ones are going another way. Okay, perfect. Let's remove this effect. Let's make the ring magenta. Magenta is a nice color, perfect. Now let's select my MK2 washes, locate, did all of them go on? Yes, they did. Now beam, so let's go back to Chamsys. I'm just gonna select the beam palette, make it zoom narrow. Oh, that was narrow. Interesting. Okay, position, let's tilt it in. Now what I wanna do is I wanna tilt them all down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift Fan, segments. I'm going to make it in segments of 10, and then hit Group Segs, close, and then we're going to hit Pan. Now I messed that up. So let's go center. Why is there a fade time? Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Basically, when I hit 10, I didn't hit group seg, so it didn't update. So the 10 just made a fade time, essentially. So what I'm going to do is one more time. Shift Fan. Under group segs, I'm going to hit 10 and then tap it. And make sure that the number 10 over here goes away. Oh, it's end segs. That's what it is. I'm sorry. I messed it up. End segs. You see when I hit end segs and I hit 10, it went away. So that means now it has that data. But I forgot to do one thing before I do this, to tilt it in so I can actually see it working. So we're going to do that again, Shift Fan, and I see it says end segs here, so I'm assuming it remembered that 10. Okay, so now it's going in different directions. Okay, I see what's going on. So let's bring that back to 0. I'm just going to do it quick. I'm not going to actually make a back to 0. Let me see if I can get 0. This mouse is not too good. Come on, get 0. There, we got 0, perfect. See, the fan menu is open, but the fan is not ticked red. So I'm gonna hit fan first and then Shift Fan. You see now it's red. Now if I hit pan, there we go. Now we got all of them. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do five parts, not segments. So each one is gonna do its own thing. So I'm gonna type in 5, end parts, no segments, and now let's hit pan. You'll see each one of them is doing its own thing. For some reason, the left side is going inverted, which I know why it's doing it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select just the first 10 fixtures, so view heads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Usually I would have groups, so it would be much quicker. And then we'll do the same exact thing again. So we're going to hit position, pan, and just invert that. There's actually a better way to do that. So I'm going to keep it, let's say, where it was. I'm going to show you a trick. So I can hit those 10 and just hit over here, hit mirror. So I'll just mirror it reversed. Let's just make that look a little more even. Okay, shut the fan off, pan it a little lower. Now they look pretty much even. Perfect, that's a nice position. I like it. Okay, next, what else can we do? Let's turn on our front wash. Let's just make sure that's working. Locate, perfect, position, tilt it into stage. Yep, it's working fine. And I don't need that on, so I'm just gonna shut that off. Okay, what other fixtures do we have? I think that's everything. And then we have the portmans. So let's select the portmans, go to layer 1, portman P1 mini, locate, perfect, red. Let's make that blue. Looks like there's some sort of white in there as well. If I go to page 2, is there any other whites in here? Color wheel. I don't know what color wheel. It's probably one of those macros built in. Beam, strobe glow, strobe main. So strobe main. Oh, right now, main fan. I want to make strobe main closed. Strobe glow. Okay, I have to figure out a way. Macro, no. Okay, if I go to color, if I shut this off, it's on. Okay, I have to figure out this fixture profile because it looks a little messed up. So if I shut this dimmer off, and then I go to layout 1, just select blue. There we go, it's just blue now, perfect. Okay, that's all the fixtures on. Now, let's do the same. I want to do an effect on the PXL bars. So we're going to go here, just take out the blue, scroll down a bit, we'll do the same thing again. Record, black, and I'm going to merge it in. Now I'm going to select this, make it blue again, and let's make it red, something a little more bright. PXLs, add effects, color flick. We're going to make it black flick. Include elements. Now you can see it's doing a chase. Let's turn on the crossfade to 100. So 100%. Now it's doing a fade. Let's make it to 0.25 so it's much more noticeable. That effect much faster. 0.5. It's probably going to work better. Okay, now let's choose a center in, for example. So it's going to go center in. Let's make the width of the effect a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on here. Perfect. Let's try a right and left. Odd even. So it's doing just odd pixels and even pixels, kind of like a center in, but it's going within each other, which could be a really cool effect, especially when you have a lot of fixtures. I remember I did a show with 341 X4 bars on the roof, like arches of like 20 something. And when you do that odd even effect, like I did it like in a kind of a selection where it went like across the room, and it was stunning. Like I've never seen anything like that. Well, when you have quantity of fixtures, you can do some crazy shit like without even trying. You should do an effect and you're like, holy crap. Okay, so that's that. It's an effect. What else do we have to do here? Okay, everything is working. So this is good enough now. I can ready to start getting programming. So let's just try one more effect. Let's say on the beam washes on, let's say the beam washes on the floor. So we hit add effects. Let's do a position, circle position, let's say. So here we go. Let's lower the size a bit. Let's make it a little faster. Type in 1. Perfect. Let's make that center in. Now you see we have a center in effect. Let's make that white so you can see it's a little brighter. We have a center in position effect going on. All right, I think that's all I have time for today. If you guys have any suggestions for any videos, please let me know and we'll get to it. Thanks. Have a good weekend, guys.